Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. We have our first review request for the Season 11 preseason. I made a video talking about these review requests. If you want one like this, go and check out that video. They're completely free. Head over to my website. I'll have a link in the description below or pop up somewhere in the video here. So this player here I'm going to refer to him as Anus Leesin. That is how I'm going to be referring to his name throughout this video. Alright, so let's take a look at his OPGG here. So, Hecarim player, Platinum 1 last season, he was Platinum 3. He doesn't have many games on this account. I'm assuming this is potentially a secondary account. Season 9, Season 8, 7. I'm surprised that he would get Platinum 3 in his first season, and especially with as little champions played here. So we're not actually sure what actual elo he is. And Nus, if you want to let us know in the comments, will be handy. But played a bit of Hecarim last season. Vel'Koz is in here, Sejuani. Vel'Koz support or mid? I am not sure. I can't really tell from these stats here. Maybe I should be able to. Alright, so let's just take a look here. So played a couple of... He's an Amumu abuser. Played a bit of Amumu in the beginning of the season. But 63% were on Hecarim, 40 games played. A lot of Hecarim, so likes to go... So he switches up between Conqueror and Phase Rush. So I've been starting to lean towards potentially only going Conqueror. There's a couple of skirmishes that I'm feeling at the moment that if I just said Conqueror, I would win this. Phase Rush is obviously very, very good into ranged comp, so I think that he's very, very good at picking when to go Phase Rush here. Like, this is a perfect Phase Rush game here against Kayle, Twitch Jungle, Caitlyn, Janna. Conqueror probably doesn't make much sense there. And this game here is what we're reviewing. He does start to go Phase Rush this game. Looks like he's opting for the Divine Sundra Ravenous Hydra build every single game. This is pretty popularized right now. I haven't played it enough myself to really know. I mean, I know it's good. I'm not going to say it's like the cookie cutter, the only thing to play right now. I think people are still testing things out. There's a bunch of different runes and builds people are going with Hecarim. For example, Can See You, he's a very famous challenger Hecarim player. He's currently sitting at Grandmaster. He only goes Conqueror. He did that last season as well. He didn't go Phase Rush ever. And he's like going Triforce into Black Cleaver every game. Triforce into Black Cleaver. Triforce into Black Cleaver. And this is a smurf for EU West Rats, a streamer, Hecarim, famous Hecarim player on EU West Challenger. And he's going more of a tanky build, but going Stride Breaker. So he goes Stride Breaker into like full tank. He did went Divine Sundra that game. Stride Breaker, Stride Breaker, Stride Breaker. So I really don't know too much. What's the best right now? I know that Divine Sundra Ravenous Hydra is really busted in, fight skirmishes. Getting the healing off Ravenous Hydra. But yeah, I love the champion mastery. I love the focus on Hecarim at the moment. Let's get into the game. So there's just a couple of notes here. So again, I think that's a Platinum. He's currently Plat 1, was Platinum 3 last season, climbing pretty fast with a good win rate. Probably a Smurf account. Like to focus on Champion Mastery. Good understanding of when to take Phase Rush and when to take Conqueror. Obviously going Divine Sundra every game. And the other thing as well, in his Conqueror builds, he'll go Legend Tenacity. I prefer, personally, Legend Alacrity. I talked about this in my Hecarim guide. A lot more snowball potential with it. I feel like I just love get a couple of kills early and I'm just powering through my jungle. It's more about the clearing through jungle speed. So OP and taking the attack speed rune stat. I think I saw in a couple of his Conqueror games for Hecarim, he goes double adaptive. You absolutely want the attack speed when you're going Conqueror. You can get away with it, not going for Phase Rush, because obviously in these comps you're just playing for one shot, but you must be going attack speed when you're going Conqueror every single game as Hecarim, just for the clear speed alone, literally, just for clearing your jungle camps. Alright, so this is the request from him. So describe why he thought he won or lost this game. Felt like he made too many aggressive plays, resulting in Corki and at least getting fed and scaling. Any specific moments of the game wants me to focus on, just early clears and what to play around. He just basically wants everything. I'd love this to be specific, but we can take a look at everything. This is the first review request on my channel for this preseason. Which lane do you identify as win condition in the early game? I wanted to get top or mid snowball and then gank bot, but I struggled to give up Drakes. All right, I love this. The struggle to give up Drakes. We haven't even got into the game yet, and he's talking about Drakes. Drakes is something that's really a bit of an afterthought for me. I'm very much going to adapt. I'm happy to give up Drakes. It's such a powerful mindset to be very comfortable giving up dragons. I see it, so many people just losing games off, like, I got to path around bot because, like, I got to give up Drake. It's like, who cares? Just trade bot off, go top, get the Rift Tail, break top, snowball the game through top. And maybe contest second or third Drake. Don't worry about the first Drake too much. Alright, game plan, win condition. So, going back here, he identified top or mid as his win con. So, this is my thoughts on the game here, the champ select. This is, I'm going to say off the bat, this is a difficult one. This is not a very easy puzzle to solve. Hecarim identity of champion, at the end of the day, you really want to be the win condition. You want to be getting as strong as possible so you can one-shot people. But you need to be thinking about, how do I utilize my lanes to get as strong as possible? Who can I be getting free gold off? Who can I get free experience off? Who can I go gank a lane and take a bunch of experience and gold through pushing in the wave? Alright, but if I'm looking at my team here, my initial thought instantly, Akali is a very good into the enemy team. So many beautiful champions to one-shot squishies. Not much lockdown for her. I mean, Elise is it's very hard to hit Camille and Elise CC onto the skill shot CC onto Akali. So very, very good Akali win condition, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're able to gank this. I think this is actually, Corki is pretty passive laner, can play pretty safe. He's not just going to be Wing in. Obviously, when you get ult, it's definitely gankable. But early game, I'm not thinking I can really gank this. Again, this is just information. This is my thought process. Okay, Akali is good into the enemy team. How can I use that information maybe some way in the team? As long as I'm thinking that in the game, Akali's a good win con. Then if she starts getting ahead, then I'm thinking, okay, now I can actually start playing around her. So in the early game, I think bot lane's going to be very volatile. Lucian, Bard, these guys are lane bullies. Vayne is such a weak laner. These guys, I'm almost certain are going to be pushing early. Again, information we could potentially use to gank. Top is very snowbally. Darius is taking no TP. If he gets shut down early, not good. And then Camille's going to be pretty weak and can't really walk up to Darius. So I'm thinking top's going to be pushing early. And it's going to be very hard to fight Elise in the early game. Elise is very, very good into Hecarim in the early game here, especially when it comes to that first crab. So, given all this information, straight off the bat here, as you can see on the slide, my recommended path is blue, Grunt, Wolves, Raptors, red, then we need to assess after that. It's going to really vary on where Elise starts. There's also the option to start red and just move your path back down to bot. But the problem with that is going to be if Elise starts, if bot's pushing and I want to be bot ASAP, because what can happen is bot can start pushing up too many big waves, and then it's going to be, they could potentially literally just turn you guys in 2v3. So again, we don't know where Elise is going to start. If she starts red, she could start blue. So let's do a little path in here. So let's say we do this camp, this camp, this camp, and then we look bot. Again, because they're likely going to be pushing. And then let's say Elise does this camp, maybe does Wolves, red, and then look to like pressure gank top. Or she could also do red, blue, Gromp, and like into a bot gank. So those are the two options here. Basically, I don't see pathing top ever as an option. Mainly because the worst case scenario, I think for me in this early game, is if I am this Hecarim and she starts blue and I start red, and she's going to always be able to get to top faster than me. Like, at the end of the day, Hecarim doesn't really want to be doing 3 camps. I mean, I guess he can. You could maybe do red, Krugs, Raptors, and then go straight top and try and match Elise on like her level 3 top thing. But again, it's a fight that, like, I'm actually just really happy to just let my Darius unfortunately die. I'm going to just gamble Elise doesn't go there early. It's going to be a gamble, but I know that, but bot, I'm really feeling bot this game. Again, I think they're volatile. I'm just going to come down with Ghost there and literally just clean them up. And then you can say, well, Nathan, what happens if Elise comes down here and does, this path and then, looks to kill my bot lane? Well, that's great. If I'm there for a dive, I'm there, because there's 2 options there. For if I'm, starting blue, it's like this is getting really messy on the map here. But I can either gank this or I can counter this. But again, the best case scenario for you, and this is what you always need to think about win condition in terms of your game plan, your early pathing. Best case scenario is Elise starts blue, I start top, I come down bot, I come kill bot, she kills my top laner, or I just spam ping top and ideally Darius survives. I kill bot, great, great, great. I reset, I come top, clear down again, look to pressure dragon, great. That's best case scenario. So that's the way on that I'm thinking this game. I think red start really limits you. Again, like let's do some red start scenarios. I really like the path of going red, Krugs, Raptors. And then again, we could maybe look to gank top, but it's so coin flip because what happens if, again, Elisa started blue? If Elisa started blue, then she's just going to be able to get there. I mean, we could maybe come look to counter yank this, but, you know, we don't know exactly what timing she's going to be there. And we definitely don't want to be contested in this top grab. I mean, we maybe can. Corky might have priority here, but again, ideally, I just want to be the best case scenario again. I want to be in the position for the best case scenario to happen. That's essentially what I'm saying here. All right, so hopefully I didn't confuse you too much. I think I could have made that a little bit cleaner, but essentially that's my recommended win con. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I'm really keen to discuss this with you guys if you have any questions around that. Basically, I'm happy for Darius to... I want to get fed off bot, and I think it's definitely doable. Even if Elise is there, she might go for a dive play. I'm there. I'm ready to go. Or I could also, again, if Elise happens to do that, then I can just path top and then I come. But basically, I'm trying to be on the opposite side of the map as Elise as much as possible. I don't ever want to be fighting Elise. That's essentially as much as... really, this is the last point here, the fourth point, is really the main thing. I'll say this is the number one priority of the game. It's like, I want to be on the opposite side of the map as Elise. But it's also not to say that if we do have lane priority, we can fight. But again, no lane priority, maybe probably lane priority there. Alright, so let's, so runes here, he does, so these are my recommended runes this game. Again, I'm not entirely sure yet for Hecarim runes. Again, I'm starting to feel Conqueror every single game, no matter what. Again, the two challenger players that I showed you there, they actually go Conqueror every single game. One goes Tenacity, Last Stand. The other one likes to go the Alacrity, Coup de Grace. But Phase Rush does make sense this game. You can't deny that. So I think these runes are fine. They're good for this game. Alright, so let's jump into the game now and take a look at the details, see how he goes, what he does. Alright, so let's dive into the game. Alright, so Anus here opts for the red smite. So let's just think about this. Red smite, obviously challenging smite from last season, and blue smite, the Stalker's Blade. I think blue smite's pretty essential this game. Obviously he's going phase rush. You could be like, well, is that a bit overkill in terms of that move speed and the slow reduction? It could be the difference. I really don't think the fights are going to go long at all. Get the extra one-shot potential. I think it makes a lot more sense to go Stalker's Blade this game. Alright, so coming up top here, looks like he wants to place a ward and reset and switches out to sweeper. Cool. Pretty standard. He's maybe scared of a bit of a late invade. Alright, so we've got a red start here. So, yes. If Elise starts blue, I'd say this is worst case scenario. And Camille's just showed top. And the enemy bot lane is probably clearly leashed. Could be a fake leash, but we should be checking mana anyway. And Anus here is not pinging this out at all. Alright, so, looks like there is a complete discount for tracking the jungler. I mean, he might know, he may not know, but it's still a responsibility of the jungler to ping this. So, given going back to our early game plan, we need to be prepared for Elise to be topside. So we can fight her if we have lane priority mid and top and look to contest that crab, but this needs to be this is such important information. If I don't know this is Hecarim right now, my early game path, my early game plan is going to be completely coin flip. So he looks to take Raptors here. I don't see any urgency to be top, and this is why I didn't want him to be pathing top side right now. And when I say urgency is because he's not doing Krugs, and I think Krugs is just so important. The way that I'm viewing this is I'm just going to outscale Elise. The way he's playing right now, it looks like we're going to be doing some amazing thing early game. Maybe he wants to be top for a counter gank. Let's see how it plays out here. But I don't think, again, I'm happy for Darius to die here. I mean, he could still adapt his path right now and go bam, go blue, Gromp, Wolves, and then come back down here. But, yeah, we need to definitely be taking this into account. So it is blue. does the Grom, and now is walking into River, which I think is pretty suicide, and Elise shows up here on cue. So, well, he's not tabbing right now, which is fine, because I know it looks like he's about to try and fight this Elise. But we are going to assume she's done 3 camps right now. She has 12 CS. Or no, she's probably done. She's definitely done Wolves at this point. If she walked at River at the same time, she does 4 camps at the same time as Hecarim does. All right, so why does he decide to fight here? Darius does have priority, but again, I look at bot, and as we said, bot lane was going to be pushing up. You know, we can come and check this River here. Again, I think this was suicide in the first place. I think this is very coin flip this early game here. And this fight here, as you can see, at least very much hard wins this against us. So we do have a Kali who moves first here. And we just back out. Okay, so we have lost a lot of options now. We don't even really know where Elise has gone right now. Looks like Elise has actually gone bot side, which is, again, potentially problematic because maybe Elise could literally dive bot side and we're top side. So comes, takes Crab here. Camille has priority. Camille's coming down, and Elise is here. Alright. So if Camille hit this E, he's dead. So she doesn't, and it looks like Anus here escapes. And technically baits his Darius there. Again, we're not going to fight. We're not going to win these early skirmishes. Alright, and again, look at bot the whole time here. So, again, if we can review going this, you know, talking about the game plan, I think Blue Start definitely would have been a lot better here. There's a lot of chaos that's been created in this early game that didn't really need to. I would have rather preferred. Elise thrives in chaotic games. Hecarim wants a very nice little clean early game, especially against Elise. So, again, I think we should be really trying to be on the opposite side of Elise. I mean, at the end of the day, the way that skirmish played, she actually did look like she went bot, so it sort of makes sense why I went for the top grab. But as you can see here, we don't really know for sure. At least, if she starts blue, she'll most likely show top river somewhere on a top gank or a mid gank. Again, maybe Darius dies, but we would have to be prepared for that. And then we would just get a free bot grab. But we did still get the crab, which is still okay. He walks all the way to the base and looking to build Divine Sunrun there, get Sheen. Goes straight to bot crab at a base. It's gone. So if we think about, you know, this last 5 minutes, it looks like he wasn't really looking at bot as an option at all. Very tunneled on, just because you path to one side of the map, it doesn't mean you can't just switch to the other side of the map. So I'd say right here, he really hasn't thought about bot as an option. Actually, well, I mean, it makes sense because he said in the thing that he didn't view bot as a win condition. So bot's not exactly a win condition because, like, I mean, Vayne doesn't really do too well anyway into, like, Corki and stuff like that. It's about you getting fed. So you get fed and then you can, you know, ideally get fed enough off bot. Again, best case scenario is you went bot, you killed bot, you reset, you went top again, path down bot, hit level 6, and then you're doing some mid ganks maybe and utilizing Akali and trying to pressure mid. That's best case scenario for this game. So Raptors, Krugs, bot's pretty low right now. Alright, could we have seen this? Yeah, so we're not looking at bot much here. I mean, it looks like Try's watered here, so potentially not really gankable. I don't even know what someone has burnt here at this point. Alright, so looking to go mid here. Nice, getting in front of him, well played gank. This guy's probably out right now. We don't know where we're pathing tops. Oh, okay, yep. Alright, so, It's really important when you gank like this. Okay, this is good gank. Okay, right now, there's no way in a million years we kill this Corki. So we don't want to be getting into even tower range. We don't want to be getting too low. We don't know where Elise is right now. What we do know is that Elise isn't topside. Look at the vision control we have here. Whenever you do a gank like this, you see how what Anus does here. He paths, even after, again, he needs to move off that gank way quicker. But you see how he walks into topside? And the autopilot thing right now he's thinking is, oh, I got to go topside for my top camps right now. But we're going to be thinking, right, okay, we don't know where Elise is right now, and we got vision here, and we're walking to the place where we have no vision, where we know Elise, definitely maybe. We're not moving to the place where we know Elise isn't 100%. So that's the big first death there. That's a lot of momentum lost. Coming up top here. And it looks like, yeah, Elise has taken the Gromp. I definitely would have just gone straight bot out of base here. Do we know where Elise walks after? Okay, we literally see Elise pan topside. You see this? You see just before? But these are tiny little details. I mean, she could be like juking us out, but like I doubt it. Especially on this elo. See how she like instantly pans top? That means topside, gone. See you later. Guess what's coming up? You know, what can we potentially... Your initial thought right now needs to be, what can I trade on the other side of the map for this? You need to understand that you've lost topside control. I mean, you could maybe be coming here for a counter gank top, but look at Darius right now. He's full HP. I don't think we need to worry about that. So this is very much just autopilot. It's like, I gotta go to my top camps right now. We're not thinking about what we can trade. I mean, we're not thinking about the enemy junglers camps right now. So we just walk top and our Gromp's gone. We're doing wolves. We see Elise mid. I'll probably be panning my camera to mid right now. What's going on mid? Because we might need to help mid shove in. But no, it is pushed in. Okay, nice bot gank. We are very close to level 6. Definitely thinking about getting Krugs to hit that level 6, but that's a pretty good gank there. And we're coming to check the crab. Crab is gone. We show on the map. Okay, this is very risky. Why? Elise could definitely potentially be here. You've just shown on the map. You've given free information to the enemy team. She could potentially be looking to pick you there. Alright, but if we take a quick snapshot right now, in terms of early game here, we're level 5 at 8 minutes, 20 seconds. We're going to hit level 6 off these Krugs. 0, 1, and 2, 45 CS. I would say this is a very below average early game. So, not much momentum going into this game. Again, mainly because of, you know, what happened that early game there. That bit of a top kerfuffle. And the big thing about this is, again, this is what happens when you just don't have a very good early game. And again, it was pretty clear right now that the early game wasn't thought out too well. It's like, I want to play around mid-top, but we need to assess that we weren't taking into account the jungle matchup. Okay, so, Corki has package. So we need to take that into account right now. Alright, I'll definitely just be killing Elise and Bard right now. Lucian is out of the fight. If he wants to walk up, we can kill him later. Elise is literally just repelled all the way onto Vayne. We kill Elise here. We can maybe kill this again. If Corki's probably potentially going to be here, we really should be, yeah, not killing Lucian here. You're just going to die here. Dying here is not worth it. So you could have killed Elise there. This is really big. This was a key moment in the game where I think you could have really taken over the game. Again, what we're doing here is we're not accounting for... You going to kill Elise here? No. Not accounting for Corki package. Must be playing around Corki packages. The same as like a TF ult, a Shen ult, something like that. A Galio ult. Oh, that was so close. Probably going to kill anyway. Okay, nice. Alright, but Corki gets doubles there. Okay, so again, I think that was pretty big key point in the game. So you just go top side here, clear top camps. Looking to get some control here. You just show on the ward. Corky's playing pretty aggressive. Yep, back off. We can't do anything there. And Elisa's just taking Rift Herald. So we opt to do Dragon for it. Corky does have priority mid, so this might be... You probably need a lot more assist pings for your bot. This is pretty... Coin flip. Okay, bot lane has just gotten priority. They are helping you. Akali's roaming. Alright, this is fine. You will get this. Just need to take that into consideration. Bard ults. Oh, this could be going bad. Oh, what's with this E here? Alright, so you're obviously looking to finish Dragon. Okay. Definitely would have held my E there. I know you're trying to get it as soon as possible. It's definitely a sticky situation, I can't lie here. E the Dragon. I mean, you could have potentially saved Nami, I think, there, if you held your E. And we're dead here. Yeah, so this is sort of just understanding damage limits. I mean, we do have 1800 gold on inventory right now. We're actually not that strong at all. This is where, again, this is where I would have loved Conqueror. Conqueror, I think, could have made the difference here. This is pretty big. Elisa's just gotten top. She's taken Rift Herald. You've just gotten a Dragon, and you're literally going to die here as well. So, if I was to review this right here, this is definitely really big. Probably should have just backed off here. Even just burning the ult on Bard here is not that high impact because Lucian's still alive. Vayne needs to base anyway. You need to base as well. So it's not like you're going to get much off this. So I'd say this is a very low impact kill even if you go for it. And potentially not even worth the risk with the amount of gold in your inventory. Just come in bot here. Take the Krugs. Top is, yep, definitely... getting hard traded off right now, playing around bot. Okay, so invading here. Where's the enemy bot lane? Where's Elise? Elise, I think, showed a while back here. Elise is here. I mean, Elise could... there's definitely no reason why you don't know. Okay, Elise does reset and go straight bot here. I would definitely potentially go Merc Treads as well this game. Just thinking about this a bit more. Against Elise, Bard CC, Camille Stun, I think we do need some form of tenacity. And then you're going to have to get armor somewhere else. I mean, armor's also impactful. I mean, Lucian, Camille... I mean, not really. I mean, bulk of damage from Corki as well is actually magic. Camille does true damage. Lucian's AD, Elise's AP. I think we should definitely go Merc Treads this game as well. I think Boot's choice needs to be optimized here. So when in red, look for a mid gank. Again, I like that you're thinking about mid as win condition here. Corki does have a package, so probably not doable. Corki's also very fed. If Elise, and we also don't know if Elise is potentially hovering mid right now. So okay, Elise is actually chose top side, which actually frees us up for a gank. I like this. He's just got packaged. He just run away. Yeah, you tried to go for ult, but he's out of range. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, let's just think about this here. You got missing pings. Alright, this is not your jungle. This is not your place to be. What I'll be thinking right now is I'm going to try and actually just go for a play bot. Or even try and re-gank mid as well. This is not your jungle. Okay, Elise shows up here. Akali's actually got first move here. Oh, we make the worst mistake possible. Max range ult onto her and Elise would repel. Even ulting Elise full HP with, even if you hit the ult, you're not going to one-shot her in time. I mean, yeah, look how strong this is. Okay, this is really big. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's like, what are we trying to achieve here? We're just trying to go to take our wolves. Like, let's go bot. Let's go bot crab. Let's go take a bot side. You have vision bot. We have to understand that this is not our place. Darius is no priority. Darius is dead. Camille could easily roam up here. There's no way you're getting Gromp and your blue. You shouldn't even go in here for these wolves as well. So, yeah, you're probably going to get collapsed on here by Camille as well. At least, alright. And then Darius is going to die here as well. Alright, I think this is where we're going to end the review. You could have, I mean, imagine being bot right here. You just dive Lucian. Would have been much better for you here, getting back into the game. But again, I think there's a lot of mistakes in here. Let's just jump into some key takeaways now for this game and wrap up the review. Alright, so revisiting the request, describing why he thought he won or lost the game. He felt like he made too many aggressive plays early, resulting in Corki at least getting fed and scaling. Definitely don't think that was the case at all. I think it wasn't respecting Elise's strength into us early game, and we're not viewing bot as an option. He even says here as well, he wanted to go bot after, but again, the problem with top is you can't get top or mid snowballing. It's not possible, especially when Elise starts blue. That was actually the key thing here. We're just not tracking where she starts. Because we can't dive top, we can't 2v2 top, and we can't 2v2 mid in the early game. So already, not possible, based on literally where Elise starts, you know? And even if Elise started red, killing top, unless you're going to dive, Hecarim Darius isn't actually going to be able to dive a Camille that easily as well. That's why I wanted him to start blue. That's why I wanted him to path bot. So let's take a look at the match history of this game. We did review 3 of the deaths, but there was 5 deaths there to review, 5 deaths. He did deal with the highest damage on the team. 4 control wards, which is fine. You don't want to be buying too many control wards anyways. Hecarim, you need to be getting as much gold for your items as possible. Only get control wards when you feel like you really need it. And the enemy mid jungle definitely carried this game. I would say definitely, again, due to Elise really being able to do whatever she wanted. Everywhere you were, Elise was, and Elise is just better than you in the early game, which means you don't have many options. Alright, so key takeaways from this review. As I said, blue smite instead of red smite this game I think would have been much better. Not pinging in where the enemy jungler started. It doesn't even look like you looked. You didn't even know where he started at all. Again, the way you walked into the river is just very disrespectful into Elise. Not assessing bot as an option in the early game. Overcommitting by not knowing when someone is out. Again, you didn't have, it was on that mid gank at 617. You didn't have enough damage. There's no reason to commit and just take a turret shot. Again, the lower health you are, the less options you have. So, and you literally just pathed as well towards an area with no vision when you didn't know where Elise was. So really, I'd say the early game, describe it. You didn't have much momentum in the game. Still level 5 by 8 minutes. Not thinking about enemy Corki package. Again, that bot gank, you should have just got, at least committed. Kill Elise, bam, and then get out, get Corki package, all good. So I'd say then after that, the huge game loser mistake there was when you went up for an ult play, bot, after going on Bard. You had a lot of gold in your inventory, you didn't have much damage. Killing that Bard was going to be a low impact kill anyway, because you needed to base and Vayne needed to base anyway. That was a really risky invade with Nami with 3 of the enemy team missing. You actually got away there, but potentially should have died. Cannot alternate Elise with Repel E up, just not possible. And not understand when the enemy team has control of the side of your jungle. Trade, again, try and think of how do I trade sides. That's the big thing here. You should have been thinking about trading sides as much as possible, which is actually best case scenario for you, because again, you're going to eventually outscale if you're getting really far ahead. And again, if you were to start blue this game, looking in hindsight, this game would have been much cleaner for you. So that's going to be it for this review. Hopefully this was helpful for you, but also if you're just watching this as well, for the viewers, let me know if you have any questions or anything you want me to clarify from this review in the comments below, and we'll see you in my next video.